Good afternoon, everyone. So we'll be starting the session in another 3 minutes. Okay. So we'll just wait for another 3 minutes, and we'll be starting the session exactly at 2:35. Okay. Today we'll be discussing completely about this Python of list, tuples, dictionary, and also we'll see the implementation through a notebook. Okay. We'll start the session exactly at 2:35. Yeah. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. So we'll just wait for another 1 more minute. So even today also we'll be discussing this Python only. So yesterday I felt like we were taking the topics like one after the other. So today we'll be seeing the implementation part, and I have gone through yesterday chat also. Like few of the people are saying that they were getting the things, but implementation part they were expecting some implementation part. Okay, so good afternoon, guys. We'll be starting the session now immediately. So I see one of you people have raised your hand, and Somapriya, I may know your issue. I just see that you have raised your hand. If you're having any doubts, please do ask me. And also Ashok, you have raised your hand. So I hope no one is having any queries. So we'll start the session, okay? Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. So yesterday we were discussing about this, like why Python, or why do we need to learn Python? What are the advantages of the, because yesterday what happened was, literally we started session a bit late, and there is this internet connectivity issue. So we had just covered a few topics in ago. So I'll be covering these Python topics once again, okay? And along with that, we'll be seeing a little bit of Python notebook implementation, followed by we'll be moving into NumPy and Pandas, okay? So if you feel like you have missed yesterday, or else if you people are not present in yesterday's session also, it's completely fine. Today it will be almost the same session. Yeah, good afternoon everyone. So now we'll be starting the session. Let me just share my screen. Guys, could you please confirm, like, is my screen visible? Please just let me know, okay? Okay, I'm sharing my PPT, okay? I'm sharing my screen. So we were discussing like what exactly is Python, and Yeah, we were discussing what exactly is Python and what are the advantages, why only Python we need to use. So because it is a general purpose language, easy to learn, extensive libraries we have discussed, right? So we'll just go through the points once again, right? So remember this, Python is an interpreted language, correct? Python is an interpreted language. So what exactly the difference between this interpreted and also compiler? There will be these two things, that is compiler and interpreter. So what is this compiler and interpreter? So you people have worked on C, right? C language. So C is a compiler based language and Python is an interpreted based language. So what is the main difference between compiler and interpreter? So compiler, the what it does is, so it will be converting the whole code, into a machine understandable language, and then it will be executing the whole file in one go. Okay, it will be executing the whole file in one go. When coming into interpreter, it will be executing the lines line by line. Okay, executing the file, whatever the block of code present in the file, it will be executing line by line. Okay, that is the main difference between compiler and interpreter. When compared with compiler, interpreter, the workflow logic, it's slow. Okay, the interpreter executes the things slow. So do remember, Python is an interpreted language, and in this, how the language and how the execution works is through the interpreted language only. And here, the code execution will be happening in line by line. Okay, line by line. Just a moment. Sorry, guys, there was a small disturbance. Yeah. So Python. So we just got to know the basic difference between an interpreter and a compiler, right? And also to execute these Python files. Okay, yesterday we haven't discussed about this because I was covering all the basic of Python, NumPy, and pandas. So today we'll be just deep diving into this thing. Okay, so to run a Python file in our local system, we need to have an IDE. Okay, IDE is integrated development environment. Okay, we need to have an IDE, which is an integrated development environment. And how this Python works, how the Python implementation works. Python implementation works. Let me just open this chat. Okay. So in Python, how the things works is like, if you're working on any mathematical problem, while we are having this mathematics subject, in the mathematics subject, we'll be doing it in a BODMAS format, right? BODMAS format. Remember BODMAS? BODMAS is nothing but brackets of division, multiplication, addition, right? So that is a format we'll be following in math. But in Python, we'll be following PEMDAS. Okay, PEMDAS. In Python, we'll be following PEMDAS. PEMDAS is nothing but parenthesis, parenthesis, exponential multiplication. After multiplication, it is division, addition, subtraction. Okay, so this is the format which will be followed in, this is the format which will be followed in Python. Okay, it is whatever the execution or the what are the block of line present inside the parentheses, and inside the parentheses if we are having any exponential character like x to power of 2 or else y to power of 3, if you're having those characters, then we can will that will be executed first, then followed by multiplication part, then comes the division, and then comes the addition, at last comes the subtraction. PEMDAS. In this PEMDAS format, the execution will be working, the Python will be working. Okay, the Python will be working based on the PEMDAS rule. Okay, based on the PEMDAS rule. And we all know what are all the operators, right? Arithmetic operator, which means plus minus division, right? Arithmetic. What is the next one? Comparison we have seen. Comparison we have seen, and also we also got to see in logical, right? Comparison is nothing but equals to, not equals to, also greater than, less than. All these things comes under this Python operators. So in Python we are also having this concept called mutable and immutable. Correct? Anyone heard of that, mutable and immutable? Mutable and immutable. So what is the main difference between this mutable and immutable? So what is mutable? Mutable means objects can be changed after they are created. So let's say I have defined a value like a is equals to 5. Okay, a is equals to 5. This is the value which I have created. So I can change the a value. Correct? So I can change the a value over here. Instead of 5, I can consider 7 also. So for this kind of objects, I mean for this kind of formats or else objects or else data types, we'll be calling them as mutables. Okay, we'll be calling them as mutables. So mutable means mutable means object created and can be changed. Okay, the object can be changed after they are created. Okay, so object, yeah, object can be changed. Okay, so this is what the mutables are. So similar to mutable, we are having immutable. So mutable means they can be changed. So the immutable could will be vice versa, right? They cannot be changed. Okay, they cannot be changed. So it will be something similar like this. Okay, something similar like this. But immutable object cannot be changed. Okay, cannot be changed after they are created. Object cannot be changed after they are created. Okay. Okay, fine. So, and also, so this is about mutables, immutable, and PEMDAS, how Python execution works. And also, we have discussed about the compiler and interpreter, right? Compiler and interpreter. Compiler and interpreter. And so Python works on interpreted language. So Python is an interpreted language. So this is about the logical or like the whatever operations we can perform and all these things. So now later on we have discussed about what is the Python syntax and indentation. Indentation we'll be seeing indentation. The best example is we'll be seeing that example when we are executing the notebook. Okay, we'll execute the notebook today. Okay, we'll be executing the notebook, and so data types and variables we have seen, control structures and also the loops that we'll be seeing in the notebook implementation. Yeah. So coming over here. So what is this libraries and modules? And also yesterday we got to we came across this function module and library package, right? Difference. Okay, so just a moment, notepad. Okay, so this is a notepad. Now we are going to discuss about what is function. Function is nothing but what is function? It's a block of code, right? Function is a block of code. Block of code. Okay, function is a block of code. So if you are having multiple function inside one single file, what do we call that? We'll be calling that as a module. Okay, module. Multiple functions inside one single file. Okay, the file is here. The file will be py file. Okay, here the py will be py file. Okay, it will be py file. Okay, function and module is clear. Then what is this library? Library will be saying that install the library, all those things. What is this library? So library is nothing but it's a collection of modules. Okay, collection of modules. Then comes packages. Okay, then comes packages. Packages is nothing but collection of libraries. Okay, collection of libraries. So remember this. What is the main difference between a module and a package? You will be asked. So module is nothing but the multiple functions inside one single file. Okay, multiple functions inside one single file, and library is nothing but it's a collection of modules. Okay, library is nothing but collection of modules, and coming into package, it's a collection of library. Okay, I mean libraries. You can say library. Okay, library collection of libraries, nothing but packages. Okay, and so types of functions also present in Python. Okay, types of functions are also present in Python. Types of functions. Okay, types of functions. So, what could be the different types of functions that you could think of present in Python? See, when we are adding two numbers, we'll be directly calling add method and we'll be executing the things, right? So that is inbuilt function. Okay, that kind of functions are inbuilt function. And if I am creating any function to make sure, so let's discuss about this definition of function. Okay, function is nothing but so if the let's say we are having a task and we need to repeat the same code multiple times at multiple places. Okay, multiple times I need to repeat same block of code in multiple places. So instead of writing those all lines of code at every required time, I will be creating a function. So by creating that function, just Arvin, what happened, Arvin? What happened, Arvin? So you're saying that my voice is not to everyone. Is it the same for you or is it only for Arvind? Only Arvind is having that issue, or else everyone is facing the same. Yeah, because this one we have discussed yesterday only. Okay. So Arvind, it's an internet connectivity issue from your side. Okay, just don't spam over here, please. Don't spam here. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Anusha, Kalyan. Yeah, she. Thank you. Because just wait. So what is this clear? Arvind, but everyone, my voice is clear, but you're just spamming this. If you are doing the same, I'm sorry to say this, but you will be removed from the call. Just try to reconnect once, okay? Try to reconnect once. Please don't spam, please. What is this, Arvind? Fine. Just ignore him, okay? Just a moment. Okay, so Pawan, you're saying that once you need a repetition of this function module and the library topics, right? Okay, so yeah, I'll just repeat these things. Okay, so function is nothing but it's a block of code. Okay, function is nothing but a block of code. It's like whenever we want to uh, implement the same block of I mean same lines at multiple places in the same file. So then we can create a function and we can use that same function at multiple places instead of writing all the lines at every single time. Okay. So function is nothing but it's a block of code and module is nothing but it's a multiple functions inside one single file. And that file we can call it as a pipe file. Coming into libraries, it's a collection of modules. Okay. Library is collection of modules and packages, it's collection of libraries. Okay. Collection of libraries. So coming into functions, what are the types of functions we were discussing? Okay, and at that moment someone was spamming, so just ignore that. Okay, so of functions. So we have discussed about two types of, one type of function, that is a built-in function we have discussed, right? Built-in function, like the methods we are saying about. And also, what is the other type of function? We can say user-defined function, right? User-defined function. So what is this user-defined function? It is nothing but defined by the users. Okay, it is nothing but defined by the users. If you want to create a function and use that function whenever it is required in the file, so then at what point of if we will be requiring that block of code in multiple areas in multiple part of the file, right? So at that time I can create a function and I can directly in one single line I can call that function. So that's how function helps us. Okay. So user defined function are nothing but defined by the users and built in, it will be coming with a set of built-in functions. Okay. And also there is this recursive function also, we can say recursive function. Recursive means the function that calls itself. Okay. The function that calling itself. Okay. It is called as a recursive function, which calls itself is known as a recursive function. And also when we are going through this functions concept, we'll be having these variables. Okay, we'll be having variables concept, and here we'll be having local and global variable. Okay, local and global variable. So what is this local and global variable? So local variable means if you are defining a value like age equals to 1, if I am defining this inside a function, then we will be calling it as a local variable. And if we are defining this same a equals to 1 outside the function, I'm defining it over here and here I'm creating a function, then that is a global variable. Okay, I can use that inside the function only. But if I'm defining this a equals to 1 inside a function, then that is a local variable. Okay, so this is the difference between a local and a global variables. Local is nothing but inside the function. Global is nothing but outside the function. Okay, inside the function and outside the function. Okay, this is about the variables, which is very important. So, what are the main advantages of functions as of now? So, one thing is it will help us to reduce the lines of the code. Okay, and we can reuse them, right? Reduce the number of the lines. Reduce the number of lines. Reuse the same function, correct? Reusability. We will be saying, okay. Reusability we will be saying, and what are the other things we can do? What are the other advantages? We can say it is improving the readability, right? Instead of writing all lines of code every time, I mean, many lines of code every time. Once if it is written, we can use that as we can create a function on it and we can use that, right? So, what is another advantage? Improving the readability, right? Readability, improving the readability. Correct. So these are the main advantages of the functions. Okay, so we have just discussed about compiler, interpreter, PEMDAS, and also operators again, mutable, immutable, function, module, library, and packages, and types of functions. What is the difference between local and a global variable, and advantages of functions we have discussed. Advantages of functions. So now we just add at the end of this we'll be adding this lambda. Okay, lambda. So what is this lambda function? Lambda function we'll be calling it as an anonymous function. Okay, anonymous function, and there were only one line functions. So you'll be getting a question like let's say what is this anonymous function? Then you need to say that lambda functions are known as anonymous functions, and they were one line functions only. Okay, the anonymous, right? Anonymous function. They were one line function. Okay, anonymous function is nothing but one line function. Okay, fine. Okay, so we'll just go into the notebook implementation part, and when we are implementing the notebook, we'll be coming across these built-in data types, that is list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Okay, list, tuple, set, and dictionary are the built-in data types. Okay, so let me just write it over here. List, tuple, set, and dictionaries. Okay, these are the built-in data types. Okay, these are collectively called as built-in data types. Okay, these are collectively called as built-in data types. Okay, so let me just share this notebook with you. We'll just start with the implementation part. Okay. Nodes will cannot be shared in the. Okay, so yeah, I see nodes. So the node part, like whatever the notepad thing which you are writing, we will be sharing that. Okay, and PPT part will not be shared. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Krishna Kaushik, I'll be sharing this notepad part. Okay, need not to worry. Okay. See, because I mean, you are dropping this multiple times, so I'm just addressing this issue. Uh, so you changed the course AML to full stack, but you didn't get any mail. So I'll just check with team once regarding this issue, but I'm not sure you'll be getting a mail for full stack. Okay, if there is any way to process that, I'll be informing you. Okay, so I hope you got the answer. So please don't keep it multiple times. Okay, don't repeat the question multiple times. Okay. Okay, so coming into this built-in and also user-defined function. User-defined functions are nothing but the functions which we write. Okay, user-defined functions are nothing but the functions which we type. And coming into built-in functions, it will be I mean they are already pre-built. Okay, like let's say if you are calling the add function, whatever the operation needs to be performed, they were already predefined. Correct. So that is the main difference between this. User defined and built-in function. Okay, is it clear or still you need some clarification? Okay, fine, thank you. So hopefully everyone it's clear, right? Okay, so now I'll be sharing that notebook and we'll just start with the basic implementation part, and whenever we come across this list tuple and set, we'll be discussing about them. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I hope everyone is able to hear my voice. So this is one of the basics notebook. Okay, so in Python code, how to do a print hello world program. So initially this is Google Colab. Okay, this is Google Colab. We need to connect to a runtime so that a virtual server will be assigned to that, and through that virtual server we can execute our notebook. Okay, so let me just connect a virtual server. So in the meantime, what it is saying, what is computer programming or coding? So it is also computer program is also known as coding, process of writing or giving instructions to a computer so that computer can follow the call and perform specific task. Okay, so let's confirm if it is connected. Okay, yeah, the it is connected. The runtime is connected. Now we'll just see these executions. Okay, so most of you people are aware of this. So just need to click on this play button. So hello world, and coming into here, if you want to print the things in a new line, we need to give this backslash and also followed by n. Then we will be getting the things in a new line. Here we can see hello world. This is Python code, and so this is the thing. Okay, so if you're not giving any space here, now just see. It will be exactly under this. If you're giving a space, it will be a space after that. Okay, here there is a space. Okay, so variables in Python. Okay, so what is this variables in Python? We are just defining x is equals to 10 and we are just printing the text and we are getting that thing. And coming into data types, what are the data types present? So integer, float, string, and boolean. We can see these integers just like the whole numbers, positive, negative, nothing but without any decimal point. And in float, the major thing is we'll be having decimal followed by the decimal numbers. Correct? Decimal numbers. So similarly, string we are having, boolean we are having. So we can check the type of that particular variable also. See over here. So number of the student, what is the value here? 30. And if I want to check the type of that number of students, then it is saying that it belongs to class integer. Okay, it belongs to class integer. And if you want to define this average grade, we can define the average grade also. We can define the student name, and we want everything to be separated by these 5 dashes. Correct. So if I define in the like, and also to take the 2 cells extra, we need to press escape and A. Okay. So average grade. Let me just define this average grade is equals to 85.5. Okay. And coming over here, what is the student name? Student name. Now for now I will be defining it as Alice. Okay. So let me just run these 2 cells also and see. So it is taking the exact thing. So if I just want to change this to 85, I'll be getting as 85. So it's nothing but how you are defining the values and how we can call them. If you want to keep a separator in between them as hyphen hyphen, you can keep hyphen. If not, I want to just keep these asterisks. I can keep asterisks in between. Okay, this is how the separators are helpful. Okay, and coming over here, if you want to print all these 3 elements at one single time, but separately everything in a new line. So then I can use this slash n. So everything will be in the new line. Okay. So and coming into over here, what it is saying print the about data type by using its variable just single. So this is about each passing will be the boolean. Okay. We need to define each passing for the bool, and it will be telling it as true or not. Okay. And so this is just a class work. Class work is nothing but you people needs to do. Arithmetic and logical operators. Arithmetic and logical operators. So arithmetic means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponential, modulus. Modulus means nothing but remember this gives a reminder of a division operator. Okay, and float division, what it does, divides and rounds down to nearest whole number. Divides and rounds to nearest whole number. So similarly, we are having logical operators like equal, not equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, and or and not. Okay, so these are all the things which we are having. And coming to arithmetic operators, the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division we are doing, and also modulus we are doing. Let's see the results. Addition, subtraction, and what is that? Multiplication, division. and this is the modulus one. Okay, so modulus means what it does, gives the remainder of a division operator, and floor division means divides and rounds down to the nearest whole number. We'll be getting a nearest whole number when we are doing the floor operation. I mean the floor division. Okay, fine. So this is about addition. Exponential is nothing but the power, and division and floor division. So division means we'll be getting the decimal number also. Whatever it is divided and whatever the remainder we are getting, we'll be getting that. So actually the value is 3.2. But in floor division, what happens? In floor division, it will be rounding up to the whole number. So we'll be getting only 3. We're having these logical operators also. Logical operators like x is equals to 100, print x is not equals to. So we have defined that x is equals to 100, and I just want to print yes or no, like if x is actually equals to 100. So it is true, right? It is true. And I'm adding a logical operator as not, saying it is not equals to 100. That is the reason it is saying that it is returning as false. No, it is equals to 100, it is saying. So this is about num1 and num2, or true and false, and also this logical operations. Which one will be what? So number one is true, number two is false. So number one and number two will be false. Number one and number two. So true and false will be false only. This is truth table, okay? Truth table. This is truth table. Whatever you're seeing is truth table. So if it is true and true, then we'll be getting true. If it is false and true, then we'll be getting false. False and false, then false. Again, true, false, true or false, then it will be true. True, false table, okay? This is about true, false table. Type functions. The type of the function we can see. The type of the function is here we are defining this. I mean, for this variable, this is the type. So yeah, and A and B, and so here what we are converting a value to an integer. Okay, here we have assigned 45. It is not a value; it is a string because we are defining it inside the double quotes. B is a string, and we are converting this string into integer by adding int bracket of b. So that means that we are typecasting that value. Okay, we are typecasting that value of the variable. Typecasting we will be having two types. Okay, implicit and explicit. Implicit means which will be automatically defined. Explicit means we need to explicitly mention the things. So if you are mentioning int of b, then that means that we are explicitly mentioning the variable. Okay, and this is the operation and type conversions we are having, and from string to integer we are converting. So initially it is string, now it is integer. We will be having this input function also. Input function is nothing but the user to accept the user inputs from the keyboard. It's like enter some integer, so enter a second number and add that two numbers. So let me just run this. Enter some integer, let's say 1, let's say 2. Adding the both 2, we'll be getting the output as 3, correct? So this is about the input function. So this is it. I mean, these are all the basics which you people need to have aware of. So this is about the homework. So need not to worry about this. Okay. So hopefully these basics are clear for everyone. Hopefully the basics are clear for everyone. If anyone is having any issue, do let me know. Okay. Do let me know. See, Pavan Nagasai, you're saying that example for implicit conversion. So implicit means we'll not be defining that, okay? Directly we'll be writing A equals to 2 or else B equals to Pavan or else Sai. That will be directly writing. So implicitly means it will be directly, the Python will be directly understanding what kind of data type it is, okay? If it is a string or integer. But if you want that particular string value or else integer value to be converted into another data type, then we'll be mentioning it, okay? Whatever the user defined things will be implicit, okay? Only explicit will be having, explicit conversions will be having, okay? Okay, so we are having 10 more minutes for the short break and also for attendance thing. So we'll be discussing about list. We'll be discussing about list and then we'll be stopping over there, and I'll be sharing a few other course links also which you need to enroll. Okay, I'll explain the process. So let us just start with the list. Okay. Okay. Data types. So built-in data types in Python. Okay. So we are going to discuss about this built-in data types in Python. So what are they? What I just told: list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Right? List, tuple, set, and dictionary. So what are these again? So what is list actually we'll be seeing? So what it is saying in Python, a list is a collection of items that are ordered and changeable. Lists are one of the most versatile data types in Python and are used to store multiple items in a single variable. So let's say if you see over here, there is a list which is created. So, and to create a list, create a list, we'll be defining whatever the values which we want to define, what are the objects. So we'll be defining them inside a square brackets. Okay, we'll be defining them inside a square brackets. And remember, this list is an ordered format. Okay, list is an ordered format, and the sequence will be the same. Okay, I mean that is what the order is. Okay, and here we can do the indexing. That indexing part we'll be seeing that. Okay, we'll be seeing that indexing part. And remember that here list is mutable, okay, because it can be changed after once they are created. Okay, once I create a list, I can also modify the list. So they can be changed. Okay, so that is the reason we are saying that list is mutable, and also list can have duplicates. Okay, list can have duplicates. Okay, and in list we'll be having many functions like append, extend. We'll be seeing that. Okay, so let me just run this list. So we are getting my list, and even if I, okay, so actually it is still not yet connected. It is connected to a runtime. Just wait, okay. Yeah, the runtime it is connected, and we just got the list, and we have just printed my list. So if I do the same also, I'll be getting the same values for the second time, or else for the 100th time also I'll be getting the same values, because list is ordered format. Okay, list is ordered format. And here one more thing is the sequence, whatever the sequence present over here, it can be referred with the help of indexing. Okay, it can be referred to the help of indexing. Let's say I just want to get the value of 3. I want to print the value of 3. So what I will be do, I'll be keeping the square brackets, and I will be entering 2. 2 is nothing but I am doing the indexing. Okay, I am doing indexing. This one is known as indexing. Okay, so here the things will be calculated as, so 1 will be 0. In indexing, the things are referred as 1 will be 0, 2 will be 1, 3 will be 2, 4 will be 3, 5 will be 4, and here this text will be right. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In indexing, I mean, the indexing will be starting from 0. Okay, remember this. Indexing will be starting from 0. And coming into list, we can refer to the sequences with the help of indexing. List are ordered one, and lists are mutable and no duplicates. Okay, lists are mutable and no duplicates. Do remember this, guys. Ordered and no duplicates present. So creating a list again over here of routes and heterogeneous nature of list. So heterogeneous, okay. Heterogeneous and homogeneous. Remember yesterday we just got about this point when we are discussing about NumPy, and when we are just getting to know the things, we just got to know about this terminology hetero and homo. Lists are heterogeneous. Heterogeneous is nothing but it can store multiple data types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the integer format, and this Python is a string format. And we can, if we still print that variable name, still we will be getting all the output. So it is a heterogeneous, okay. And accessing the elements in a list, accessing is nothing but indexing, okay. So -1 is nothing but so how apple will be 0, banana will be 1, orange will be 2, grape will be 3. But if I am doing -1, what happens? I'll be getting, what happens? I'll be getting, let's see, I'll be getting orange. No, I'll be getting grape, okay. I'll be getting grape because from the left to right, the indexing will be 0 to whatever the number count, whatever the length of that particular characters, okay. But from right to left, it will be negative indexing, okay. Right to left, it will be negative indexing. So it will be directly starting from 1 itself, okay. It will be directly starting from 1. So if I do -1, I will be getting grape. If I do -4, I will be directly getting apple, okay. I will be getting apple, okay. So in positive indexing, or else from left to right indexing, will be, what we'll be doing, we'll be having the positive indexing, and that indexing will be starting from 0. And coming into this negative indexing, we'll be calling this as negative indexing, okay. This -4, it is negative indexing. So here what happens, here it will be from right to left, okay, right to left. Okay, so modifying the elements in the list. So fruit of 1. So in fruits, apple will be 0, banana will be 1, right? I want to replace banana with kiwi. I want to replace the banana with kiwi. So if I just define, write this value as kiwi, and define the variable as the list is fruits, and the value is 1. Just take whatever the index value 1 and change that index value 1 to kiwi. Okay, so now it has immediately changed to kiwi, right? So similarly, adding elements to list. Adding elements to list, what we can do append, and we can do extend. Okay, append means we'll be adding one single object or else one single value into the whole list. Okay, one single value into the whole list. And so coming into this remove function. Okay, so removing elements from a list. What it is saying, you can remove elements from list using methods like remove. And to remove a specific item, we can use remove. And pop means, sorry. And pop means the last item will be removed. Okay, the last item will be removed. Okay, just see this. If I want to remove only orange, what is the orange indexing over here? 0, 1, 2. But I want to remove orange. Is it happening? See what it is saying. If I am running again, X is not in list. It is saying because the orange has already been removed from the list. So that is the reason it is showing the error. Okay. So if I define the fruits again, now pen, now remove. Yeah, the orange has been removed. Correct. So what if I want to pop the very first element? See, removed fruit. What is the fruit that is removed? Kiwi. If I'm directly mentioning pop like this, the last element will be removed. If I'm just mentioning the which index element needs to be removed, so immediately that element is removed. Okay. So list length. So if I want to know how many elements or how many values present in a list, I just need to call that list, and I need to keep it inside a len function. Okay, so then, so how many values are present inside the len? Only 3. Okay, only 3. How many number of items? Only 3 I am getting. So if I do fruits, just a moment. So I didn't run this cell, right? I didn't run this cell. That is the reason it is still 3. Because if I once run this cell, it will be green tick. I didn't run this cell. Let me just run. It is 2. So we are good, right? We are good. Okay. So this is just how to sort a list and all, defining a list, all these things. Okay. Please explore the how to reverse a list also. We can see reversing a list, which we are having this reverse function. Okay. By using numbers dot reverse, we can reverse the whole list. And why list is called as list is ordered format. We can see this is the list 100, 2, 3, 4. So 100, 2, 3, 4. So the order is being followed. Correct. Even we are reversing the list, also the order is being followed. So that is what about list. Okay. So this is in short about list. Okay. And so we'll be moving forward with the set, tuple, and dictionary. So now the time is 3:30, and I'll be sharing that QR once again. Okay. Let me just stop my screen share. I'll be sharing that link. I'll be sharing it once again. Just a moment. So everyone understood all the topics, right, which we have discussed today. I mean, in the first 1 hour, everyone understood, right? Anyone having any doubts? Irfan, just wait, okay? We'll be sending the attendance link. Need not to worry, okay? So anyone having any doubts? Everyone understood? Can I get any confirmation? Just drop a reactions, okay? I see many people are in the session, so just drop the reactions. And the attendance link has been shared, okay? Attendance link has been shared. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So we'll just have a 10 minutes break from now. So let's get back at around 3:42. Okay, 3:42. Everyone, please be back here. And attendance link is in the chat. Okay, in the chat and in the Q&A. And don't spam. Okay, if you people are spamming, then that will be uh, it will be behind few other chats. Okay, you will not be able to find it quickly. So don't spam. Okay. So in the Q&A also the attendance link has been updated. Fine, let's have a break, and in the meantime, please do fill your attendance. So I have just updated another link. Just try to check that link once. Try to check that link once. Is it both the links are same? Both the links are same. Okay, okay, okay. Just a moment, okay. Just a moment. Yeah, I got it. I got it. It's same link. Okay, I got it. Same link. Fine, fine. So we'll just try to check with the team once, okay? So let's have a 10 minutes of break. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry. Let's have 10 minutes of break. In the meantime, I'll check with the team once, okay? Just have a 10 minutes of break. I'll check with the team and I will confirm. Guys, we have updated the link. So once try check once and let us know. We have updated the same link. So try that same link and check and do let us know once. Still the same? Okay, just a moment. Still the same. Okay, okay. Thank you guys. Just complete your break, okay? At around 4:20, I'll check with the team again. At around 4:20, we'll try to get that link, okay? We'll work on that link. So the link has been updated, okay? Just click on that link. Click on the updated link. I have updated in chat and also in Q&A, okay? So just go through the new link, which is ending with GH and 7, okay? Just go through that link. And don't edit the response, okay? Don't edit the response from the previous sheet or else previous form. So I have updated the new form link, which is ending with GH7, okay? So Suhana has just dropped the link. You can check, okay? So don't spam the chat, okay? Or else you'll be missing the link. This is the link. I have dropped it once again. So go through this link, which is ending with GH7, and drop your attendance, okay? So with the new link, everyone is able to access, right? Just drop reactions, don't mention in chat. Drop reaction, don't mention in chat. Because don't spam, don't keep the same response in the chat multiple times, okay? Just drop the reactions. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, even you can drop reactions for that particular chat or for that particular message also. Thank you. Yeah. Don't edit the previous responses, okay? Yeah. So everyone, please go through that link and complete the attendance. I will be just walking through this tuple and also sets. Okay. Ganesh mentioned the highest education which is present in the form. Okay. For now, mention the highest education which is present in the form. Okay. Need not to worry about. Okay. Need not to worry about that. And please don't spam. Okay, now we will be discussing about this slicing. I mean, slicing which comes in list also. So we'll be discussing about tuple sets and dictionaries. Okay, what is this tuple sets and dictionaries? So initially we'll be discussing about tuple. Okay, let me just keep that in text. Yeah, text is over here. Delete this cell. So what is this tuple? Tuple is nothing but in tuple the elements are ordered. Okay, so remember this in tuple elements are ordered. Okay, they were in a order. Okay, they were in the order, and tuple is immutable. Okay, tuple is immutable. That means what is immutable, guys? Tuple is immutable. That means it cannot be changed. Correct. That means it cannot be changed. And also one more thing is we need to pass an element to perform the count. Okay, we need to pass the element to perform the count operation over here or index thing over here. Okay, so tuple means how we will be defining the tuple. We will be defining inside a rounded brackets. Okay, we will be defining them inside a rounded brackets. So example of creating the tuple. Okay, example of creating the tuple. So indexing we all have just seen the same in the list, right? We have all just seen same in the list, right? So now it is connecting to a runtime. Okay, now it is connecting to a runtime. You can see connecting over here, connecting to a runtime. Okay, so yeah, it is connected and index at zeroth value is 1. So tuple elements are ordered and tuple is immutable. Okay, now we just move to sets. Okay, so what is the thing over here? Sets are unordered unordered collection of unique elements in Python, and duplicate items are not allowed. Okay, items are not allowed. Duplicate items are not allowed. So one more thing in sets is there is this important thing in sets, that is set cannot have mutable. Okay, set cannot have mutable. Okay, set cannot have mutable. Mutable means what is mutable, guys? Immutable means they cannot be modified once created. Mutable means they can be modified after creation, right? So in coming into sets can't have mutable. So similarly, so they can't have mutable means it can have immutable, right? So it can have immutable, okay? Can have immutable. And one other thing is that there will be no duplicacy, which is already been mentioned, okay? So this is about the set, okay? This is about the sets, and this is how we create the sets. We'll be mentioning the things inside a curly braces, okay? Set A, set B. So this is what it is. The superset is this superset and disjoints. We just got to know about them when we are in our 10th standard, right? So we can add the things and we can remove the things, okay? So there was a key error over there. So if I'm coming into dictionary key value page is nothing but so how to say key value pairs exactly? It's like let's say name is the key, and the values will be like Pavan, it will be Sai, or else it will be Lenovo, HP, like all these things. Under name, all these things will come. So it is nothing but key value pair, right? It is nothing but key value pair. So where we'll be having one key and we can have multiple values. So that one will be called as a pair. So we can directly extract through dot keys method. We can directly extract whatever the keys present in our dictionary. And to create a dictionary, we just need to mention the things in a curly braces followed by the key along with the value. Okay, key along with the value. And if you print them, we can directly get in this particular dictionary. I want to get age. If I print this, the age is 25. So I just got the age value as 25. So similarly, we can print all the keys. We can print all the values. And if you print items means nothing but name Alice is one item, age 25 is second item, location Wonderland is third item. So that's how the things work in dictionaries. So, and also there is one more thing we didn't discuss. There is this break and continue. So whenever we write any function, we can use break and also continue. Mostly when we are working on while loops, we'll be using break and continue. Okay. So in between the code, we'll be whenever the condition is met, we just will be just writing break, or else we'll be writing continue. So what is this break and continue? So whenever the condition is met, we'll be mentioning at that point of time we need to break that code, or else we need to continue with the code. So what is break and continue exactly? Break is nothing but if a while condition is true, we can stop the if a condition is true, we can stop the loop. We can stop the loop there itself. And continue means I want to skip that particular step. If the condition is met at that particular step, I want to skip that step and the process should be continuing. Okay, the process should be continuing. It is nothing but stop or skip the current iteration. Okay? Stop or skip the current iteration and skip the next iteration. I mean, continue with the next iteration. Okay, so that is about break and also continue. So this is pretty much about the built-in data types and the data types like tuple, set, dictionary, list, and we have also discussed about compiler, interpreter, lambda, and also PEMDAS, operators, mutable, immutable, right? So now we will be moving into NumPy and Pandas, okay? Just a moment. Yeah, 1 minute, Nandini. So I was actually on mute. I was looking out for this NumPy and Pandas notebook which I have created. Okay. numpy and pandas number. Just a moment. Fine. So I'm sharing my screen once again. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Fine. So numpy and pandas. So we just want to discuss about this numpy, right? So I'll be just repeating the topics once again for your reference. Okay. So numpy, what is this numpy? In numpy, we'll be having arrays, and on the arrays only we'll be doing the operations, and the basic operations are nothing but arithmetic operations, comparison operators, or the logical operators. I see someone is raising hand. What happened? Okay. If you're having any doubts, please drop it in the Q&A. Okay. Tejas I will be helping you. So please remember, guys. So going back to this arrays. Okay. So what are these arrays again? So arrays are nothing but the fundamental data structure. Okay. They were a data structure and they are ordered collection of elements. Okay. They were ordered collection. So let me just write here. This. They were ordered collection of elements, and also they begin with the same data. They begin with the same data type. Okay, same data type. So here the thing is, the one more catch over here is it is homogeneous. Okay, homogeneous. Homogeneous means, see, heterogeneous means it can have multiple data types. Okay, the list can accommodate multiple data types, but homogeneous means it can have only one single data type. Okay, so array contains same data types, but list contains different data types. Okay, this is one of the main difference between list and also an array. Okay, so we'll be seeing the other differences also. So for now, this is a one major difference which we have came across, that is array will be containing same data types and the list will be containing different data types. Okay, and so in short, array means collection of the elements of the same data type. Okay, array means collection of the types of the same. Okay, so numpy, what is the definition of numpy? Like definition of the expansion of numpy? It is nothing but numerical Python, right? So in this basic scientific operations in NumPy, we can do our array functions, array operations. We can do the array. We can do the operations. We can perform the matrices operations. We can perform the statistic operations. Okay. So now I'll just walk you through the similarities. Okay, I'll just walk you through the similarities between the common similarities which you can find in between array and list. Okay. Similarities between array and list. Okay. So what is one of the major similarity between array and list? Both are used for storing data. Okay. Both are used for storing data. And both are mutable. Okay. Both are mutable means they can be changed once they are created. And both can be indexed and iterated. Okay. And both can be sliced. So what are the similarities we have just they can be sliced. Indexing can be done. And both are mutable, we have said, they can be modified. And also one last thing is storing data. Both are used for storing data, correct? So these are the similarities. Okay, they can be sliced, we can use the slicing, we can do the indexing. They are mutable and they're for storing. So the major similarity between array and list are mutable, storing the data, indexing, and they can be sliced. Okay, And coming into advantages, okay? Advantages of arrays. This is important, okay? Advantages. Let me just write here once. Advantages of array. Okay, advantages of array means array. One thing is, one major difference between array and list is array will be consuming less memory. So that is a major advantage. So array consumes less memory. Array consumes less memory. And what is another major advantage? Arrays are fast when compared to list. Okay, arrays used when compared to Python list. Okay, and coming to third one. So whenever we want to do any mathematical operations also, what we'll be referring when we want to do mathematical operations on array and list, which one will be faster? Array, correct. So it is more convenient to do mathematical operations on array when compared with list. Okay, so more convenient to use, more convenient to use when we want to do math operations. Okay? Math operations. So these are some of the major advantages. Okay, some of the similarities and major advantages between the NumPy and the list. Between NumPy and list. And yesterday I was discussing about NumPy functions, right? So in NumPy functions, we are having the one which we have seen was one, right? Have we seen this one? No, I guess. So the NumPy functions are, we are having array. To create an array, we need to we are having this function. We are having a range function. A range is nothing but defining the range in between a range function, and also we are having zeros. Zeros is nothing but based upon that will be the values inside the matrix will be 0, and how many zeros we want we need to define, and that will be getting in one single row. Okay, and similarly we are having ones. Similarly we are having linspace. Okay, linspace, and also we are having there is this I concept also, I function, and finally the other one, the last one is random. Okay, you can generate the random numbers. Okay, with the array only we can generate the random numbers in the array. So what are the number functions we are seeing over here? Array, arrange, zeros, ones, linspace, I, and random. So these are some of the NumPy functions. Okay, these are some of the NumPy functions. So what is this array? Array is nothing but it creates the array from list or tuples. Okay, this first one, array. Array is nothing but to create the array from the list or the tuples. Okay, so yeah, this is about it. And so arrange means defining the range. Zeros means all the values inside the matrix or else inside the array will be 0, and this will be 1. And here we can generate randomly. Okay, so coming into array, yesterday we were in the PPT. Yesterday in the PPT, we just got to see this when we are discussing NumPy. We just got to see this ND array or its n-dimensional array. So now we will be seeing what is this n-dimensional array. Okay. So let's say n-dimensional array or ND array. Okay. ND array. So what is this ND array? So here, if you are having one column or one row, if you are having one column or else one row, we'll be calling it as 1D. Okay. One column or one row, we call it as one dimension. Okay, one dimension. One dimensional array or else 1D array. Okay, 1D array. So let's say we'll be calling it as 2D or a matrix when we are having two columns or two rows. Okay, two columns or two rows, then it will be 2D array. Okay, 2D array. If it is more than one or two. Okay, so this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, and now we will be moving into pandas. Okay, we'll just see the pandas. theory part, and then we'll be going to the notebook implementation part. Okay. So in pandas, the thing is pandas. What is the definition of pandas? Yesterday we had discussed that. What is this definition of pandas? Panel data analysis, right? Panel data analysis. Panel data analysis. In this pandas, we'll be having series. Okay. In this pandas, we'll be having series and data frame. Okay. Data frame concept and series concept we'll be having. Okay. So series is nothing but it's a tabular representation of the data. Okay. Series tabular representation of data. So let's say in a data we are having two columns. So we have created a series and we are only having one list and we have converted that to array and we have converted that into series. So in that case, what happens is our series will be having two columns. We can see two columns. One column is indexing part. One column is indexing part, and the other one is the actual values. Okay, one column is indexing part, and the other one is actual columns. Okay, here pandas is nothing but it's a data frame. In the pandas, we'll be having the data frame. Okay, and the data frame will be in the tabular format. The data frame is nothing but the tabular format. Okay, so tabular format means what? We'll be having rows cross columns. Rows cross columns we'll be having in the data frame. We are having rows cross columns. So it is like a 2D, we can say. Okay, it is like a 2D. So most probably, and one more thing is, yesterday we were discussing this LOC and ILOC, right? LOC means we'll be getting the things as per the label, and ILOC is we'll be getting the things as per that particular row value. Okay, LOC and ILOC. Dot LOC. LOC means the label or the column. Okay, if you want to access those, and dot ILOC is nothing but the row values. Okay, dot ILOC is nothing but row values. Okay, this is pretty much about the basics of Python and basics of NumPy and Pandas. We'll just go through the NumPy and Pandas implementation. Okay, just a moment. Okay. Fine. So let me just connect it to the session or the runtime first. So hopefully everyone understood between this Python list double sets, NumPy and Pandas, right? Which are the basics for us. Okay. Can I get a reaction, guys? Everyone understood, right? Like hopefully no one is having any issues or any queries, right? And what about these three? Yeah, then Ramadevi and also Venkata Pradeep. Are you having any doubts? Okay, thank you. Okay, fine. So we'll just implement that notebook. Okay, we'll just implement that notebook and we'll be once again confirming the things of for today's session. I mean, we'll be concluding the today's session. Okay, we have just connected to a runtime. So let me just run this cell. Okay, so and NumPy, this we have seen yesterday, I think, right? So initially, to call the NumPy, we just need to import that NumPy. Okay. So initially, we need to pip install NumPy. We need to pip install NumPy. After pip installing the NumPy, we need to call that library. To call that library, we need to import the library. And writing every time NumPy will be very hectic. It will be taking much time. Right? Instead of writing all these 5 characters, I just in the short form, the shorthand notation, I can write as NP. So let's run this cell and check. So I'm importing NumPy as NP over here. So if I want to check the version of that NumPy, So this is the version of the NumPy 2.2.2. Okay, so arrays operations are the same, and so now we'll be seeing about creation indexing. Okay, so how to create an array? So how to create an array? So NumPy is NP, right? In the shorthand notation format, we have assigned NumPy as an NP. So NP followed by dot array, and so array will be defining it in the round brackets, and followed by the square bracket. Inside that we'll be defining the element. So this is how we'll be defining an array. So for array 1 and array 2. So this is array 1, and here it is array. And coming into this array 2, we have defined array 2 also. But I want to reshape my array 1, okay? How my array 1 is previously? How my array 1 is previously? One row, 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. 3 columns. One row, 3 columns, right? Now I want to reshape my array 1 into 3 rows, 1 column. So how it went? 1, 2, 3. 3 rows, 1 column. In one single column, all the values. Okay. So that is how I can reshape my array. Okay. And coming into zeros, zeros is nothing but again, all the values will be zeros. Okay. So how many values I want to be 0? 2. 2 elements will be 0 in a single array, in one single row. Okay. And similarly for ones, I'll be getting 1 in one single row in 3 different columns. Okay. Arrays mathematical operations will again be the same. Okay. We have seen all those mathematical operations like the sum, mean, median, standard deviation, and variance. So the standard deviation and variance we'll be discussing when we are discussing about the statistics part. Okay. Okay. And so if you want to get to know the other methods which we can perform on NumPy, we just need to go with the help function. Okay. Help function, help followed by NumPy. I mean NP. Then we'll be getting all the types of methods. Okay. So now we'll be diving into pandas. Pandas. So similarly to NumPy, instead of writing all the pandas all the time pandas, so I can just write the PD. So import pandas as PD, and I'm just knowing the version. So here the pandas version is 2.2.2, and see here series. I told series, right? I told series, right? So here series. Series. If you see here, S is capital. I see someone is raising their hand. If you're having any issue or else any query, please update it in the chat box. Okay. Q&A chat box. So here the S is capital. Okay. S is capital. So in pandas, that is how we'll be calling the series. If S is not capital, it will be considered as a variable or a value. Okay. It will be considered as a variable. So PD is nothing but pandas dot series, and I want this particular array or else this particular list to be converted into series. So here it is again small s. Okay, I'm assigning it to a variable name series, but s is lowercase, right? Lowercase letter. So in series, I told right, you'll be finding 2 columns, but the very first column is the indexing column, right? So this is the indexing column, and this one is the major column, which is having all the values. Okay, which is having all the values. So we can perform whatever the series which you have created, we can perform all the mean, median, and the mode. And if you perform mean, what is the output we are getting? So it is not defined, so I didn't run this cell. Okay. So we are getting the mean as 3. So how to create a data frame? Okay, creating the data frame, which is very important. Okay, we can create the data frame through list, through dictionary. Okay, so now here we have created through dictionary. So in dictionary, as we all know, we'll be having key and values, and together it is known as a pair, right? So what is the key here? Name followed by what are the values? Shiva, Sharan, and Victor, right? And followed by age is the key, and this is the age, and gender, male, and male. City, Hyderabad, UP. Correct. So this is the key, and these are the values, right? One key, many values, right? So let me just create this dictionary. So here my dictionary name is data. So this is the dictionary. So I'm calling the dictionary inside a data frame to create a data frame. Okay. So see here. So to create a data frame, we need to called PD dot data frame. So here data frame, see these characters, okay? It is in uppercase format, okay? So if you're doing it in a lowercase, you'll not be getting the things, okay? So please make sure that that particular character is in the uppercase letter, okay? Data frame followed by whatever the data which we are having, or else whatever the dictionary which we are having, we want to convert it to data frame. So this is our data frame. Mostly in machine learning or deep learning, you'll be seeing the data frame as defined as DF, okay? But here I defined it as data one. So these are all the columns, and these are the rows, okay? 0th row, first row, second row, 3 rows. This is the column, name column, age column, gender column, city column, index column, okay? Sorry. So if I want to know what is the shape of this particular data set, shape is nothing but how many rows it is having, how many columns it is having. So by looking here, I can say 1, 2, 3, 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 columns, okay? So that's how we'll be getting to know the shape. So now my data frame, so this data frame, I want to know the shape. Then the data frame, it is data one, right? So data one dot shape. So now I will be getting 3, 4. It is row cross columns, okay? Every time it will be row followed by the column. So how many rows? 3 rows, and we are having 4 columns, okay? So that is about the shape. And let's say if I want to get the values which are present in a one single column, we can do it in 2 different ways, okay? We can do it in 2 different ways. Here, we need to define our data frame name, followed by inside the square brackets, we'll be defining the column name, okay? We'll be defining the column name so that we'll be getting whatever the values which are present in the data one, okay? We'll be getting what are the values which are present in the data one. So what are all the values which are present in data one? Shiva, Charan, and Victor, right? So what is the other way? I told that there is another way, right? The other way is dot name, okay? The other way is dot name. Dot name is nothing but, again, we'll be getting the same things. It's like there are 2 different ways to do the things. And dot age means you'll be getting this age. And I just want to know what are all the values which are greater than 20. So I'll be getting it in the format of a boolean, okay? Like data dot age greater than 20. So what is the age over here? 12. So 12 is greater than 20? No. So it is false. 24 greater than 20? Yes, true. 23 greater than 20? Yes, true. Okay. So it's not like to find the column value exactly, okay? To follow as per the labels, okay? LOC is exactly for labels. ILOC is to find the row values, or else to fetch the row values. Okay, so this is our data frame. And if I do LOC of 1, what is the output I'm getting? LOC of 1, this is the 0th index row value, this is the first index row value. First index row, what are the values I'm having? Charan 24 MUP. So this is the first index. I just did what? I just want to know ILOC of 1. 1 means indexing. ILOC means row. Correct. So I just want name, Charan 24 MUP. So what is this Charan 24 MUP? Charan is name, 24 is age, M is gender, city is UP. Okay. So that is of ILOC. And if you want to know what are all the different data types present in data one, or else in our data frame, we'll be having this D data type, D types. Okay. D types is nothing but the data type. Okay. So what is the data type of name? Object. Age is integer, because age we have defined it as 23, 24, 12, right? And gender, male, we have defined object again. City we have defined as HYD, UP, again object. But what exactly is this object? Object is nothing but, object here it is nothing but, it means that that particular column, or else that particular column is having the values which are in a textual format, which are in a string format, okay? Those we will be calling it as an object. In pandas, object is one of the data type, okay? So this is data type. Let me just run this. The data one again, it's the same. So yeah, this is in a text type. So the data type is object. So we can do the group by function in pandas also. We can do group by in pandas also. Group by is nothing but on what columns I want to group by. I want to group on city and age, and I want to group based on the mean present in the age as per the city. Okay, mean present in the mean of the age, whatever the mean value of the age as per the city. I want to consider each and every city, and in that city, I want to consider all the age categories for all the people, and I want to get the mean value. I want to get to know the mean value of each and every city as per the age. Okay, so I'm doing it a group by. So group by means as per the city, I'm having UP city, two people, right? Charan and Victor. It is 23 and 24. So the mean of 23 and 24 will be 23.5. And Hyderabad, we are only having one value for that HYD city. So it is 12, right? Age is 12. So directly, as we are only having one value, so it will be 12. Okay. So this is basically about NumPy and Pandas. Okay, this is about NumPy and Pandas. In Pandas, we'll be having a pivot, a merge, all those things. Okay. So today we have discussed about this Python, followed by NumPy, followed by Pandas. So hopefully no one is having any doubts. If anyone is having any doubts, please update it in the Q&A and the chat. Okay, the Q&A and chat. And also please don't forget to update your attendance part. Okay, please fill your attendance part. And by 4:30 the link will be closed. Okay, it will we won't be able. So hopefully everyone understood, right? I will just create a poll and I just want to know about today's session. Okay, so do let me know. Just a moment. Let just create a. Okay, and so I just seen this query. So guys, the collab notes will be directly shared in the Telegram group. Okay, you people are present in the Telegram group, right? I'll be sharing the collab notes, and also this notepad thing which we have created during the session. I'll be sharing that. Okay, and also I have created a poll, so please do attempt the poll. Okay, please let me know. And if anyone is having any queries, do let us know in the Q&A and chat. Thank you. So, Sheikh Firoz, you're saying that is this enough about Python libraries to dive into the machine learning? So, this is about NumPy and Pandas. Okay, we'll be discussing about matplotlib and seaborn when we are directly dealing with EDA. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis. Okay, so yeah, this is enough. Okay, pretty much this is enough about the Python libraries. Okay, we can dive into machine learning, but before diving into machine learning, there is a life cycle. Okay, there is a life cycle of machine learning. We need to understand things according to that. Okay, we need to understand the things according to that. So most probably we'll be completing statistics, then we'll be diving into machine learning. Okay. Okay, so Joshna, you're asking to send the collab files, right? Yeah, I'll be sharing the collab files too in the Telegram group. Okay. Okay, Sumant, I'll be sharing the notes. Okay. Yeah. Anyone, any other queries? And do attempt the poll, and also please don't forget to mark your attendance. Thank you. So, guys, one more thing. So there is this course offered by IBM, okay, which is related to AI. Okay, I mean AI, that is Gen AI and all these things. It is offered by IBM, and you can enroll in those courses. Okay, those courses links I will be updating it in Q&A and chat. Okay, so please try to enroll in those courses and try to complete the first three courses. Okay, three courses. Please try to complete them. So once you people are aware of this machine learning, you will be getting to understand every concept which is being explained in those courses clearly. Okay, and initially that will be just the introduction part, so you'll not be feeling that heavy when you're trying to understand the concepts. Okay, so the links will be shared in the Q&A chat. Okay. And I will also share, the NASCOM registration YouTube link I have shared, and also registration link. So try to register in that. Right? Try to register in that. And for registration, if you feel like you're still feeling confused, you can refer to the YouTube link. You can refer to the YouTube link, and coming into self-paced learning, the link has been provided. Okay, the link has been provided. And Suman, there is only one group as of what I know. There is only one group. Okay, there were no two groups. I don't know which group you are in. Okay. In whatever group you are receiving the file, so that is the group. Okay, clear, Suman? Yes, Nandini, it is a STEM digital application system. Okay, by NASCOM. When you click on that NASCOM, it is a STEM digital application system, STEM course. Okay, you need to enroll in that. Okay, register in that. Okay. So Nazia, you are saying that meeting link access through app. I'm not getting exactly what you're trying to say. Okay, guys, we are left with 4 more minutes. Please try to enroll in those courses and refer to the YouTube link. And also, there is a self-paced link which has been dropped, and followed by the admin's link was also dropped long back. So please try to mark your attendance. Okay. Any other queries? Do let me know. Okay, guys, I'm informing about. I'm once again repeating what these links exactly are. Okay, so one of the link you have received is the Telegram group link, and followed by there is this NASCOM's Future Skill Prime. Okay, Future Skill Prime. There you that is a registration link. Okay, in that you will be having this STEM digital application course. Okay, STEM digital application. You need to enroll in that. Okay. So if you people didn't understand the process how exactly you can register, there is a YouTube reference link also which is present, and then we are also having this self-paced. So we are having self-paced learning, right? So for self-paced learning, we are having this IBM's. Okay, IBM link. Okay, IBM's app share link. Just go and enroll in that. Okay, just go and enroll in that. So Nandini, you're saying that, so not Nandini. So you're saying that we can just enroll and complete the course. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, it's not that's it. There will be three courses. You need to enroll and complete the courses. Okay. And so Srinivas, you're saying that may know what course exactly we should complete. So there will be three courses that you will be able to see. Okay. There will be three courses that you'll be able to see. You need to complete all the three courses. Like Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Large Language Model Basics, and also Mastering the Art of Prompting. Okay, these three courses you'll be having. So let me just share the screen. Okay, let me just share the screen. Just a moment. I'll just show that. Okay, so this is how you'll be getting the dashboard. Okay, once you have registered and enrolled, and this is a getting started with artificial intelligence. And if you scroll down, sorry, you'll be having these three courses which you need to complete. Okay, these three courses which you need to complete, that is Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Large Language Model Basics, Mastering the Art of Prompting. So you need to complete this Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, then followed by this what are the basics of large language models, and we will also discuss the basics of large language models once we're done with the ML and DL. Okay, and mastering the art of prompting. And what is prompting? What are the different types of promptings available? What is one shot? What is few shot prompting? So those are all the things which are present in this mastering the art of prompting. Okay, then followed by you people need to click on this. Okay, remind to claim your credential. You will be getting them in the Credly. Okay, Credly, create a Credly account. You need to also create a Credly account. Okay, people need to create a Credly account. So in the Credly account only, whatever the certifications that you are doing, you will be get to see that. So those certifications. Okay. So do remember, now you people need to do what are all the things you need to do. You need to create a Credly account. I mean, you need to register in the Future Prime Skill in the STEM course, and also if you are not aware of how to do it, a YouTube reference link has been provided. The Telegram link group has also been provided along with that. And once we are done with that, there is this self-paced learning IBM course link is provided. You need to register and log in, I mean, sign up and sign in. And then you will be forwarded with getting started with artificial intelligence. So in that, if you scroll down, here you will be seeing an option called enroll. Please enroll in it. And after enrolling, please complete these three courses like Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Large Language Model, Mastering the Art of Prompt. Please complete these three courses, and then once these three courses are done, you will be getting a certification, and that certification you will be seeing in Credly. Okay. So click on this, it will be navigating to a new window. So that's how you can see whatever the certification you are getting. Okay. Whatever any certifications you can see in the Credly. Okay. So Credly account is important. Okay. These are the things you need to do. Okay. So anyone, any other doubts? So it's not like it's not like any end date. Okay. Please try to complete as per your convenience. Okay. Like as per your time and availability, please try to complete the course. No, January, it's not like end of the day. So, and one more thing, yesterday, a few people are saying that they were not feeling like the class was being interactive. So, is it interactive today, guys? Okay, so again, the courses, okay, Bhavesh, again, the courses are nothing but there were three courses, okay? There are three courses. I'm sharing my screen once again. So those three courses are initially when you click on the self-paced learning link, you'll be getting into this page. You need to sign in and sign up, and after sign in and sign up, again you'll be getting into this page. You need to enroll in this. You need to enroll in this. Getting started with that. Once you enroll, what happens initially? If you scroll down, you'll be having three courses: Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Large Language Model Basics, and Art of Prompting. Okay. initially just try to understand what they are saying. Then if they were doing any implementation part, then do the implementation. Okay. Try to complete these 3 courses. After that, once these 3 courses are done, you will be getting a certification, and that certification you'll be able to see in Credly. Okay, in Credly you'll be able to see in Credly. So here what it is saying, create a Credly account. If you're not having a Credly account, please click on this. You'll be navigating into a new tab, and you can create your Credly account. And over there you can see whatever the certifications you have received in this IBM skill build. You will be seeing all the certifications in the Credly account. Okay, and you people need to share that Credly account. Okay, I mean that Credly, whatever the certificate which has been you're seeing in the Credly account, you need to share the certification link which is in the Credly whenever we ask. Okay, for now please try to complete that course and log in into Credly and check if the certification is available in Credly. Okay, whenever we ask you to share the certification link, Credly only you will be finding the certification links. Okay, hopefully it's clear for everyone, right? Credly account, just click on that. You'll be navigating again, sign in and sign up and sign in will be. It's again the same thing. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'll be ending the session now. Hopefully, no one is having any doubts, right? So Hariharan, you're saying that we registered, but our colleges are telling we are not registered. Just try to register it. Okay, just try to register it. So after certificate, yeah, certificate will be coming after. Okay. Just the attendance form has been shared long back, and it has crossed 4:30. So even if you try to access that particular link, you will not be able to access. Okay. Yes, Nandini, it is digital application for Future Prime. Okay, for Future Prime, it is digital application system, and for IBM course, it is getting started with artificial intelligence. Okay. Our Telegram group link ID you're saying, Haima. Okay, guys, I'll be ending the session now. If you're having any queries, you can ask us in the Telegram group. Okay, we'll be sharing things over there, and we'll be sharing the exact message in this Telegram group also. Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone.